and a long exhale. Start noticing the feeling of your body in contact with the ground underneath you. How the ground and the mat carries on. Keep settling in onto your back. Setting any intentions or any dedications to your practice. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Punaktu Sahaviryam Karvavai Tejasvinapati Tamastu Mahim Vishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As you keep your breath soft and calm, maybe start bringing your hands towards behind your head. Just stretching your body, giving the opportunity to your body to have a full stretch in here. Maybe even you point your toes and reach with your hands a little bit more far away from you. Take one more in. Empty it out. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. And on the exhale, we release the left foot to step on the ground. The other knee keeps hugging into the chest. Take one more inhale here, squaring the hips. On the exhale, we squeeze that right knee into the chest a little bit more. Bringing your left hand to your hip bone and grabbing your foot on the outside with your right hand, coming to a happy baby pose in here. The foot is open towards the ceiling, the knee is coming towards your armpit, trying to keep both hips grounded on the mat. Take one more deep inhale and a full breath out. One more, just like that. On the exhale, bring the knee back into the chest, giving it a little squeeze. Grabbing your knee with your right hand, this time opening your knee towards the right hand side. Again, the other foot is pressing on the ground. Keep on pressing that other foot on the ground as you keep on pressing your hip bone as well for a little bit of counterbalance. Take one more inhale here. The pelvis is trying to stay on the ground. Long breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we start coming back to center. And again, we grab the foot on the outside of the foot with the right hand. Coming to a happy baby one more time. We have the option to stay here or maybe start extending the other leg on the ground. Pressing that thigh down, the foot is active. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, drag that knee in towards the armpit a little bit more. Last inhale. On the exhale, release the foot, straight that leg towards the ceiling, hands come to the ground. Pointing the toes. Big circles towards the right hand side with your legs. Big circles. Trying to keep the pelvis on the ground. Big circles. One more inhale here as you draw with your foot. Coming back to center and we go towards the other side. Big circles towards the left hand side. Drawing that big circle with your foot on the ceiling. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, we come back to center. Squeeze that knee to the chest a little bit more. Grab that knee with your left hand. The other hand drops on the ground as we twist towards the left hand side. Trying to keep both shoulders on the ground. Your chest is open towards the sky. Take one more breath. Maybe here, if your neck allows you, invite your gaze to look towards your right hand. One more inhale. Full exhale. Whenever you're ready, start coming back to center. Squeeze both knees into the chest. And we release the right foot this time on the ground as we keep hugging that left knee in. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, we squeeze a little bit more. Grabbing the foot with the left hand, this time on the outside, as we drag the knee towards the armpit. The other hand presses on your hip bone. Take one more inhale here. Keep on stepping that other foot on the ground. Long breath out. Last inhale. Long exhale. Rebending that knee, hugging it towards the chest. On the exhale, we open the knee towards the second side, the left hand side. Knee comes towards the left, your right hand is pressing on your hip bone. Take one more breath, the foot is well planted on the ground. Long breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center and again have happy baby. The hand grabs the foot from the outside. We bring the knee towards the armpit. We have the option to stay in this one or to slide the foot carefully, straightening that right leg. Pressing the thigh and the calf on the ground, keeping the foot active. Take one more inhale as you press the foot on the ground. The other knee comes towards the armpit. One more inhale. Full exhale. Releasing your foot towards the ceiling, pointing the toes, releasing both hands on the ground. And we start drawing that big circle on the left hand side. We start doing these big circles. We keep on rooting our shoulders, our pelvis to the ground. Take one more inhale. Coming back to center, and we go towards the other side. The other foot is active, and the thigh is trying to press on the floor. Big inhale. Long exhale. Coming back to center. On the exhale, we squeeze that knee into the chest. And we grab that leg with your right hand, drop the other hand to the floor as you twist towards the right hand side. Again, both shoulders are pressing on the ground. The only thing that's going towards the other side is the knee with the hip. Take one more in. Full exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Both knees come into the chest. We give them a little squeeze. As we start rock and rolling a couple of times, giving a gentle massage to our back as we start coming into our tabletop. Pressing both hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We walk those hands immediately as we come to our Anahatasana, puppy pose. The forehead comes to the ground, the chest comes towards the ground as well. Extending the spine, hips are over the knees. Take one more big inhale. Long breath out. Remembering here that if your head doesn't touch the ground comfortably, you can bring a thick book or your block underneath your forehead. Take one more breath. Full exhale. Sliding your chest all the way to the ground, coming to Siddha Bhujangasana, think pose. Pressing those hands and forearms on the floor, pressing those thighs again against the floor, opening the chest in here. Trying to keep the chest open, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. You're in a cobra pose. On the exhale, we lower back down. Deep inhale, press into those hands, open the chest. Exhale to lower back down. Inhale to press up, cobra pose. Exhale to lower, last one. Inhale, open the chest. We're gonna stay, maybe we look up, drawing the shoulders back. Take one more in. Thighs are active. Full exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to the ground, pressing those hands, tucking the toes, coming back to our tabletop. We're gonna do it a little bit differently here, activating the spine and bringing a little bit of hip mobility as well. So on your next inhale, you're gonna drop the belly to open the chest into a cow pose. On the exhale, we're gonna round the spine, bringing the hips towards the heels, coming to a child's pose. Deep inhale as you raise back up into your table. Long exhale. Inhale to drop the belly, open the chest, coming to cow pose. Exhale to round the spine and bring in the hips towards the heels. Inhale back up to your cow pose, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding and bringing the hips towards the heels one more time. Inhale, it's gonna change, drop the belly, open the chest. On the exhale, this time we bend the elbows, bringing chest and chin to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Push into those hands, rise back up into your tabletop, rounding the spine into cat. On the exhale, bring the hips towards your heels, extending the spine. Deep inhale as you open the chest, coming into cow pose. On the exhale, bend those elbows, chin and chest touches towards the ground. Pressing to those hands, round the spine. On the exhale, dragging the hips towards the heel. One more time, deep inhale, opening the chest, coming to cow pose. On the exhale, bend the elbows, chin and chest touches the ground. Pressing to those hands, coming to a round spine. On the exhale, hips come back towards your heels. Rising back up into your tabletop. Extending your right foot, your right leg back, keeping your toes tucked on the ground. The thigh is active. Take a deep inhale here. Long breath out. Bringing that foot to a hover. On the exhale, bring the knee towards the elbow, towards the right elbow. Deep inhale as you lengthen back. On the exhale, squeeze the knee towards the left elbow, a little bit of a twist. Deep inhale, reaching back. On the exhale, drop that foot on the ground, leg is extended. Take one more breath. On the exhale, knee to center, coming back to table. We extend second side, extend the left leg long. Long breath out, tucking the toes, pressing the toes on the ground. Take one more in, squaring those shoulders. Start to straighten that leg up and back. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, knee towards the left elbow. Deep inhale as you reach back up. Exhale, knee towards the right elbow, little bit of a twist. Deep inhale as you reach back. On the exhale, drop those toes on the ground, extending that leg. Take one more in and out. Extend your other leg. You are in your plank, tucking the tailbone, pressing into those hands. Take one more in, activating those core muscles. On the exhale, hips start coming back, coming into your downward facing dog. And we take another breath. And out. Last one, inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, rise your right leg up and back. On the exhale, plant that foot in between the hands. The back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Plant your hands on the ground. Keep on bringing your pelvis down. Take one more inhale here. Full breath out. Press into those hands. Step that back foot forward to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to just folding here, opening the feet, hip distance apart, Padangusthasana, connecting big toes with peace fingers. Take a deep inhale as you lengthen here. On the exhale, we release and we open the elbows towards the side, bending your knees as much as you need so your torso is against your thigh. Take one more breath. Long exhale. Last inhale. Empty it out. Inhale to lengthen. Releasing your hands, bringing your feet back together, lengthening the spine. On the exhale, we fold forward. Step that right foot back, bringing the knee down, coming to Anjaneyasana. Fingertips are still on the floor. Take one more breath. Full exhale. Press your hands on the ground. Step back into your downward facing dog. This time your down dog, take your down dog with feet together. Calling this pose Parvatasana with the hips up. Take one more breath, spine is long. Long breath out. Bend your knees as much as you need in here. One more inhale. Full exhale. Dropping the knees to the ground, arch the back, chin and chest come to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Roll into your cobra. On the exhale, push back, Parvatasana, hips up, feet together. Take one more breath. Long exhale. On your next inhale, step the left leg up and back. On the exhale, plant that foot in between the hands, Anjaneyasana, second side. The back knee comes to the ground and we open the chest, dropping the pelvis. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, step that foot forward to fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, just fold, opening the feet again towards the side, just hip distance apart. Option to stay in Padangusthasana or option to go for Padahastasana with the hands underneath the feet. As you step on your hands, lengthen your spine, bending your knees as much as you need to reach your hands underneath. On the exhale, we release, crown of the head comes towards the ground. Take one more big inhale. Full breath out. Last inhale. Long exhale. Releasing your hands, lengthening the spine. On the exhale, we plant those hands on the ground. We bring those feet together. Lengthen the spine one more time. On the exhale, plant those hands. Step the left foot back. This time, knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Take another breath. On the exhale, press those hands on the ground. Step those feet together. Hips are up. Parvatasana. Take another cycle of breath. And out. Dropping the knees, bend the chest and the chin to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Roll into your cobra. On the exhale, push back into your child's pose. Take a moment in here to find your breath again, to find your intention. Take one more deep inhale. Full exhale. Press those hands on the ground, coming back to Parvatasana, that down dog with your feet together. Take one more in. Full exhale. Bending your knees, raising your heels, walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Find a long spine, inhale. Exhale, just fold. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, Samasthiti, hands by your side. Balancing on our right foot. Important thing in here is we spread the toes, the leg is strong, the right knee comes into the chest, and we maybe interlace the fingers, bringing that knee towards the chest. We did this when we were lying down. Take a breath in here. And a long breath out. Maybe you keep your left hand on your knee, or maybe you keep your fingers on your big toe. Your choice in here. If your pinch fingers go to your big toes, try to extend the leg. Try to keep the other leg well planted on the ground and straight. Take one more deep inhale as you balance. On the exhale, we open the knee towards the side. Take another breath. Full breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Release the knee. Bring that foot forward. Press those hands. The hands come to the hips. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, we release and we shake it out. Deep inhale, raising up. Exhale to sit low, Utkatasana. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, hands to the center of the chest. We twist towards the right hand side. Your elbows come to your knee. We open the chest towards the right hand side. If this is not accessible, hand comes to the knee, the other hand comes to the lower back. Take one more breath. Long exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center and fold forward over the leg. Lengthening the spine. Exhale to fold. Rooting down through the feet, we raise all the way up. Samasthiti, hands by your side. So let's do that on the second side. We root down through the left foot, we grab the knee to the chest, and we give it a little squeeze if that's possible. Trying to keep the other leg is pressing on the ground and it's as straight as possible as we bring the knee towards the chest. And again, we have the option to keep the right hand on the knee or to catch the big toe. Whatever you choose in here, try to focus more on the balance. Try to focus more on squaring the pelvis in here. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, we bring the knee towards the right hand side. Trying to keep the chest open, focusing on the balance. If you have a little bit more practice in here, maybe you switch your gaze towards the opposite side. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. On the exhale, closing the knee towards the center, releasing that foot, extending your leg wherever you are, using those hip flexors to rise up the leg a little bit more. Hands to your hips. Take one more in. On the exhale, we release and we shake that out, sitting low in Utkatasana, bending those knees, bringing those hips down, pressing the hands together at the center of the chest as we twist towards the left hand side. Take another breath in here, whatever you choose. Last one, inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, we fold forward over the leg. Inhale to press back up. On the exhale, Samasthiti, hands by your side. All right, so we worked a little bit with the balance. So again, we root down on the right foot to begin with. All right. You're gonna hug the knee into the chest again. We take a deep inhale here, and on the exhale, we squeeze it a little bit more. Take another breath. On the exhale, we release the knee stays where it is. We start hinging forward, bringing the torso forward, and the leg travels back. Extending the leg back, just for a brief warrior three. Maybe your hands come to your hips or to the center of the chest. On the exhale, we drop that foot to the ground, coming to Bimanasana, high runner's lunge. The back heel is off the ground. We take a breath, extending the hands towards the sky. At any point of this posture, you bring your knee to the ground, no problem. Take one more breath. On the exhale, hands to the center of the chest as we twist towards the right hand side. Take another inhale here. Full breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Bring that foot to the ground. The back heel comes to the ground. Coming to warrior one. Breathe warrior one as we extend the arms. On the exhale, we move the arms around, clasping the hands behind us. Take another inhale here as you open the chest. On the exhale, we fold forward over the legs. Take one more breath. And out. Last inhale, maybe the gaze comes to the back of the back foot. Full breath out, squaring those hips. Dropping those hands on the inside of the foot, opening your foot towards the side. The back heel comes off the ground one more time, and you have the option to drop your knee as well. Coming to Uttam Prishtasana, your lizard pose. Your knee is over your heel. Your hands are pressing on the ground. If you have a little bit more space, maybe you drop your forearm. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Pressing those hands on the ground. Press the left hand on the ground. Let the other hand travel to your back, to the lower back. Opening the chest towards the right hand side, maybe reaching towards the sky with your hands. Take another inhale here as you find your twist. On the exhale, framing that foot, stepping back to Parvatasana. Feet together, hips up. Dropping the knees to the ground, finding Ashtanga Namaskar. Chin and chest touches the ground. Find your cobra. On the exhale, push back into your child's pose. Take a couple of breaths in here, finding again your intention. Finding again the cycle of your breath. Take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. Pressing those hands on the ground, rising back up into Parvatasana, feet together. On your next inhale, stepping the right foot in between the hands. The back heel is off the ground, coming to Bimanasana. The right knee is bending. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, torso moves forward, the hands come back. Deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale, moving forward. Last inhale, reaching up. On the exhale, we use that momentum to start bringing the back leg off the floor, coming again to warrior three. The back leg is straight, the hands can reach towards the back of the room, towards the side, center of the chest, or forward. Take one more deep breath in. On the exhale, feet together. Savasana, mountain pose. Take another inhale here as you land. Maybe you close your eyes. Let's do that on the second side. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, we fold forward over the legs. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale to fold. Rooting down through the feet, come all the way up. Samasthiti, hands by the side. All right, so we root down through the left foot again. Bringing the knee towards the chest, giving it a little squeeze. And again, we start releasing our hands as the knee remains hugging into the chest. We start hinging forward with the legs strong on the ground as we start bringing the back, the legs to extended into a warrior three. The hands can stay on the hips. On the exhale, we release the foot to the ground, coming to Vimanasana. Take a deep inhale here as you extend. On the exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Right away, we twist towards the left-hand side. Your elbow comes to the knee. Take another inhale here. Long exhale. Inhale to come back to center. Bringing the back heel to the ground, extending again. Breathe warrior one. As we open the chest a little bit more, clasping the hands behind us. We roll the shoulders back. Take another in. On the exhale, we hinge forward, folding here. Bringing the crown of the head close to the big toe. Take another in. Full breath out. Dropping those hands on the inside of the foot. Maybe we open the foot to the side again, inviting the back knee to the floor if that is what you need. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Pressing the right hand on the floor, bringing the other hand to the lower back, opening the chest. Take one more in. Full breath out. And your next inhale, maybe you reach towards the sky. And on the exhale, framing that foot, coming back to Parvatasana, down dog. Maybe you drop the knees to the floor, finding Ashtanga Namaskar, or maybe you remain here. As you come back into your Parvatasana one more time. Take one more deep inhale. Full breath out. On your next inhale, stepping the left foot in between the hands. The back heel remains off the ground, coming to Vimanasana. We find that same float. We take a deep inhale as we reach. On the exhale, torso moves forward, hands back. Deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands back. Inhale to come back up. On the exhale, we use that little momentum. We trust the front leg to start bringing the back foot off the floor. And we start flying in here into warrior one, trying to square those hips. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, feet together and mountain pose, hands by your side. Deep inhale as you raise your hands. On the exhale, we sit down, hands to the center of the chest. Take one more in. On the exhale, we sit a little bit lower. Last inhale. On the exhale, we sit and sit and sit, extending those hands forward, and you are in Navasana. Rubbing your legs from behind if you wish, keeping your feet active. Take one more inhale here. Squeeze it in. On the exhale, we release all the way to the ground. Oh, and we sigh that out. Extending your arms towards the side. Letting that sink in. Maybe even placing the feet on the back, mat distance apart, finding gentle play with your knees coming to side, from side to side. You let as we let the nervous system release and come back. As you feel ready, bringing your knees into the chest, giving yourself a little sleep. Option in here for happy baby with both feet open towards the sky. Your knees coming into your armpits. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. On the exhale, knees again into the chest. We squeeze it a little bit more and we squeeze all the muscles in here. We give it a little squeeze, last bit of energy before we go. Take one more deep inhale. On the exhale, we release all the way to the ground, sliding your feet on the ground, releasing your arms by your side. Taking your final relaxation posture. Shavasana. Letting all your body feel heavy on the ground. Be fully supported on the ground underneath it. And again, we start connecting with the breath, with that sensation of the ground underneath the body. Purnasya Purnashyate Purnase Purnamavai Purnamevam Vashishyate Om Purnamavam Purnamevam Purnasya Purnashyate Purnase Purnamavai Purnamevam Vashishyate Om Asato Masatkamaya Tamsoma Suitrigamaya Vrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 you're happy in your Shavasana, you're welcome to stay as long as you need. If you're ready to invite some movement into your body, take your time to find just very gentle movements in your hands, your feet, your head, whether it's side to side. Whenever you start feeling ready, take your time to get into your fetal position on your right hand side. To get there, taking your time to find your seated position with your eyes closed, your hands by your heart in Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment, find connection with your breath, with your practice, with your intention. Rub your palms together as you cover your eyes. Rubbing your palms one more time to cover that part of the body that needs it the most right now. Thank you so much for your practice. As always, it's been an honor to be here with you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I'll see you again soon. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a beautiful day.